I'm just going to say it. The Republican Party is no longer the party of pro-life, of pro-constitution, or pro-whatever it is they think they're supporting. The Republican Party is now the party of death, the party of taking of rights of American citizens. They're no longer the party of freedom, justice, and equality, as they keep claiming they are. They're not the party of Lincoln any longer. After the tragedy that hit Boulder, Colorado yesterday, and a week ago in Atlanta, Georgia, nothing was done about gun violence by the Republican Party. Still more explanations, more thoughts and prayers, more this, more that, but failing to attack the root of the problem. They don't want to, but there's something that they will do. They will take American rights from American citizens. At last count, over 250 bills have been made across this country, limiting and sometimes eliminating voting rights from the rights that affect minority citizens in this country, people of color in this country. They are dead set on stealing voters' rights against African Americans and others in this country, but won't do a damn thing about gun violence and mass shootings. It feels as if for one thing, they're just rewriting the entire Constitution, all because of two things. Barack Obama, a black man, was president, and Donald Trump, their God, their Messiah, is no longer president. What does this have to go for the guns? It's simple. The Republican Party has been bought, sold, and owned by the National Rifles Association, the NRA. Over and over again, we've asked Republicans, are you going to stop taking money from the NRA? A few videos back, I showed you a clip of a survivor from the Parkland shooting asking Marco Rubio, Senator of Florida, that very question. Marco Rubio would not answer that question, which shows he's bought and paid for, like a slave, for lack of a better word, by the NRA. Which means another school shooting might happen tomorrow, or a week from now, or 2 weeks from now. And the Republican Party will do nothing about it. Now, I'm not even going to play any clips from Rafael Cruz about his fake outrage about what happened in Boulder, Colorado, about how sorry he feels, about how angry he is, and about how this isn't the first time he had to hear about this, or even the fact that he's been to the aftermath of mass shootings. I'm not going to bore you with that because honestly, it is so empty and it is so fake. The fact is, the Republicans don't give a damn about mass shootings. If they did, we would have common sense gun laws here and now. And I know what some Republican asshole, some gun nut psychopath is going to say. Laws don't make a difference to a criminal. Yes, they do. See, we are the ones who are trying to follow the law. And more often than not, we're the ones who are called the criminals because we're the ones trying to stop mass shootings from happening. So I say it proudly, I 100% support a ban on ordinary citizens owning assault weapons, i.e. weapons that belong in the hands of military soldiers. The AR-15 is such a weapon. Now, I grew up in Kentucky. I've been around. My grandfather had these old rifles. They were for hunting, not killing. Not killing a mass of people. And I know I'm going to get some ugly comments about this video from the Second Amendment people. I don't give a damn. I am getting sick and tired of turning on the news and finding out that over a dozen people were killed. A dozen people who had no reason to die. And the only explanation we can get from the Republican Party is silence. Or fake platitudes about how we should do better. Or more to the point, the thoughts and the prayers. Now, I'm a praying man myself. There's a time for prayer and a time for action. The prayers are done. It's time for action. And people like Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, the rest of the Republican Party, and especially the NRA don't like the fact that we're trying to stop this from happening, that's on them. They've made the choice of which side they're on. They made the choice of what side they're on the second they tried to justify mass shootings by not taking away guns from dangerous people. The Republican Party is no longer the party of pro-life. They can scream and huff and holler how they care about the baby inside the womb. You see, there's a saying I once heard from a Republican not a few years ago. God creates all men equal, but when they come out of the womb, he starts playing favorites. I don't believe that at all. God made all men and women equal. But once we get out of the womb, people like the guy who shot up in Boulder, Colorado, Atlanta, Parkland, all those people, they're the ones who play favorites. Maybe because they're nuts, maybe because they're racist, or whatever the reason is. They're the ones pulling the trigger on innocent people. And the people who are in power, who have a chance of stopping this, will not do it. Because they're owned by the NRA or other special interest gun lobbyists. They're too cowardly to do anything about it because they're afraid they'll lose votes and money. Or they don't care. My view, it's all three. Well, one way or another, you're going to care. Because at this point, you don't do anything about it, you're showing yourselves to what the hell you people really are. You might as well be one of the guys who pulls the trigger on a mass shooting. Literally pulls the trigger on the mass shooting. You might as well be one of those people. But let's make it straight. History will remember your inaction when this all falls down on you. And maybe, in the closing, maybe you don't want to do this because it hasn't affected you. It hasn't touched you yet. I'm not wishing that happens. But maybe, just maybe, if you, Republicans, lost a family member to gun violence or mass shootings, maybe you'll understand it better. Again, I'm not wishing for that to happen. But to be honest with you, maybe you'll understand it a lot better if something like that did. CTP, know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.